So we're going to start at the bottom of our mat in a neutral position, palms facing forward. Arms are coming up over our head, doing a swan dive down to the mat. Put your hands on the mat or floor, halfway up, flat back. We're going to walk forward into a plank, tricep push-up, coming up into cobra pose, coming down, pushing up into downward dog. Walking up towards our hands on the floor, halfway up, flat back, and then reverse swan dive. So this is our sun salutation routine. Palms down, we're going to step back, tricep push up, cobra pose, really enjoying the stretch. Coming down, tucking those toes, pushing up to downward dog, really trying to push those heels back into the ground, head between our shoulders. Walking forward to our hands, halfway flat back, reaching back down, reverse swan dive. Swan dive, hands on the floor, halfway flat back, hands down, stepping back into plank, tricep push up into cobra, back down, push back into downward dog. Really enjoying the stretch of our body, trying to create a triangle. Now we're going to be doing high lunge. You can have your hands on the inside of your leg, really pressing that knee forward, or if it's more comfortable, the arms can come on the outside of the leg. Now we're coming up into a lunge position, high lunge. Really feeling the stretch in both of our legs. Good, so find our balance, arm comes down in front of our ankle. Now we're going to straighten the knee into a triangle pose. Coming back down into high lunge. Let's press back into downward dog. Now we're going to go into high lunge on the opposite leg. Again, whatever's comfortable, arms on the inside of the legs or outside. Coming up, hands on the thigh, really trying to press that back leg back. Reaching down in front of our leg, arms stretching straight up. Straighten that front knee to create a triangle. Bringing the arms back down, either in front or on the side. Press back into downward dog, really enjoying the stretch. Now we're going to come back into child's pose. Really trying to reach those arms forward and sitting back on our heels. Breathe nice and deeply and enjoy the stretch. Next, we're going to do cow and cat pose. So cat pose, you're pressing through those hands, really arching the back up. Cow pose, you're dipping your back down and opening your chest. Back to cat pose, really pressing up through those arms. Back down into cow pose. Cat pose, really pressing. And come back up into downward dog. Step forward to meet your hands, halfway up, reverse swan dive. Now we're stepping back to the back of our mat. Arms up. We're going to lunge forward into a warrior pose. Really trying to reach those arms in opposite directions. We're going to go back into a high lunge position. Hold a plank for a second, opposite leg into high lunge, and we're going back into the warrior pose on the opposite side, really stretching those arms forward and backwards. Arms back down to the mat. Bringing that leg back. Tricep push-up down. Cobra stretch, really feeling that stretch in the lower back, opening up the chest. Tuck your toes and push back into downward dog. Really enjoying the stretch in your shoulders and all down through the legs. Now we're going to come back down to our knees and get into a comfortable sitting position. I like to sit cross-legged with my hands resting open on my knees. Take some deep breaths in and out.